Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to be talking about the Graveyard Ghouls from Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and how these spirit zombies have possessed the Black Ring from the horror of the Black Ring. So viewer beware, you're in for a scare, and let's get started. So, there are going to be spoilers for the 11th Goosebumps Series 2000 book, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and the 18th Goosebumps Series 2000 book, The Horrors of the Black Ring. So anyway, let's get started with the video. So, in The Horrors of the Black Ring, we are introduced to a ring that, when someone slips it on, they can't get it off, and that ring sort of takes control of that person and makes them do evil things. And so it is revealed later on in the book that there's this spirit thing that lives inside the ring. And so he's the person who's making those people do those evil things because he likes evil. And anyway, near the end of the book, he comes out of the ring in order to take the main protagonist's body, who had unfortunately slipped on the Black Ring. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we know about the Black Ring. There is a duplicate of it because of the twist ending in The Horrors of the Black Ring, so we know there's two Black Rings. This person thing that's inside the ring can possess bodies and kick people out of their bodies, kind of like the Graveyard Ghouls from Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. And so this leads into my theory. So in the end of Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, the main protagonist finally got the ghouls out of his body. So, in case you don't know, so in Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, near the beginning, or closer to the beginning, main protagonist was in the graveyard, and this graveyard ghoul, or sort of spirit zombie, took over his body and kicked his spirit out of his body. And so he went down and started attacking the town and burning it. And so this actually happened to two people in Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, including the main protagonist. And so those two ghouls who had taken over the main protagonist and the main protagonist's friend's body were just attacking the town and all this evil stuff. And so, anyway, the main protagonist, one thing leads to another, got out of the graveyard, and he's trying to get his body back. And so, in the end of Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, main protagonist and the main protagonist's friends got the graveyard ghouls out of their bodies, and so their spirit can then possess back their bodies. And it's really confusing, but that's how the book ends, and it never reveals what actually happens to the graveyard ghouls that were kicked out. We know that they don't instantly go back up to the graveyard, because while trying to stop the graveyard ghouls, the main protagonist took over his little brother's body, and his little brother's body's spirit wasn't actually in the graveyard. He was out trying to get his body back in his spirit form. So if you weren't taken over in the graveyard, then your spirit will just wander the earth until you get your body back, or you find something else to take over, and then, this whole process. So we know the graveyard ghouls are still out there in the world. We just don't know where. And this theory could explain that, because first off, there are two rings. There's two evil ghouls that can take over objects and people. And also, they're both evil. And if you take a look at the cover art in The Horror of the Black Ring, and just take a look at the Graveyard Ghouls, they're both like zombie-like beings. You can see the face of the Graveyard Ghoul and the faces of the Black Ring. And they look almost similar. They're both evil. They both can take over objects. And they both want to take over people's bodies, because in The Horror of the Black Ring, as I said earlier, the Black Ring wanted to take over the main protagonist's body after getting out of the ring. But yeah, that's my theory for today, guys. This was a shorter video, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think about this theory. Do you think it's real? Do you think they're both separate beings with similar goals? Tell me what you think. Anyway, that's the end of my video, and I hope you enjoyed.